What is going on, G.I. Joes and Barbies? For this episode, I'm coming at you with a discussion. Before I go into it, I want to say the gameplay you're looking at here is Peanut Butter Cake Massacre. It's a level that I designed myself. So if you want to check out a full playthrough of this map, I'll give you a link to that in a description. I may possibly also put it in the cards as well, so that way you can click on the video through that. The French Doomer's also done a video of this map too. He's also done a full playthrough of it, so if you want to check it out, I mean, I'm sure you'll find it maybe in the suggestion videos, so that way you can see it. So anyways, this story is another reason why people need to stop looking for stupid things to be offended by, okay? Now, what am I talking about here? Okay, this time there's a gym teacher who got fired over playing Fortnite with his students, okay? And this happened in Brooklyn, which is in New York. And this story, and as of me making this video, this story's 3 days old, so it's actually new. So there's a Brooklyn gym teacher, and his name is Brett Belsky, who recruited teammates for Fortnite until the Department of Education found out about it and fired him. So he heard, some of 890 students discussing Xbox games in January of 2018. That's how he found out that his students were among the popular generation of playing Fortnite. So what he did was, because he heard the students talking about it, he wrote his gamer tag on the board so that students can find him on Xbox Live. Okay? And what Brett did was he offered a deal with the students that if they do well in class, he'll play a few matches of Fortnite. Okay? And he ended his deal in March of 2018, and he played Fortnite for 20 minutes with two of his students. One of them is 11, the other one is 12. And then what happened was the 11-year-old told his dad about it, and his dad talked to the principal about it the next day, and Brett was called into the principal's office to discuss the incident, and then he was put into a rubber room. I guess it's where teachers go to face disciplinary actions, and that's where he got fired. Okay, this is coming from the article, so for those of you who think that I don't know what I'm talking about, well, let me tell you, this information is from the article, so I'm not stupid, okay? Special Commissioner of Investigation for the New York City School District told the Department of Education to be clear about the social media policies and inform the employees of the school that the employee-student interaction when it comes to gaming is prohibited. So the Department of Education spokesperson told the Post, whatever that is, this is coming from the article, school employees should not interact with students online with the exclusion of school-related stuff. So Belsky conceded that, he needs to speak with the upper level management of the school, like the principal, before offering a deal with the students to play Fortnite with them. How I feel about this, which, I mean, before I go into that, I will say that he is going to appeal the punishment later on this month, as of me making this video. So maybe the appeal will succeed, maybe it won't. We'll have to see what happens. How I feel about this situation, now that that's out of the way, is Belsky shouldn't have been fired, okay? Now, when it comes to social media guidelines for school employees, look, I get that they're trying to protect children from, like, pedophiles and other predators online. I get that, but this teacher, Brett Belsky, what he's trying to do when he made the deal to play Fortnite with students if they did well, is he's trying to get students motivated into getting good grades and learning, okay? And another thing is, it's not like it isn't like he's gonna play Fortnite with his students for hours upon hours end, okay? It's not like that. It's just for like maybe 20 minutes. It doesn't hurt for teachers to do it, okay? Now, I'm all about moderation, okay? I mean, you know, I may be addicted to video games, but you know, I still take care of my responsibilities, okay? So, when you're an adult, there's nothing wrong. And I know some people have actually got a lot of hate for saying that, you know, playing video games is for kids only. And in the reality, gaming is not just for kids, it's for adults too. More adults play video games than kids. In fact, an average person who plays video games is like, well, I mean, someone said 31 and another person said 35. Well, Review Tech USA said 31. I mean, how I found out was through his video when he talked about Gavin McInnes trolling gamers and mocking them and things like that. And he's also done another story proving that gaming is not just for children. And there's like a news source that he pulled out where an average gamer is 35 years old. So I know that may or may not be relevant to the story, but it has some relevancy to it. Now, when it comes to this situation, I mean, I've talked about it in a community post about, you know, I've shared a video with you guys about this incident. I mean, because there's, you know, some people talking about this. I mean, I know some people said that, you know, instead of getting fired, which I saw this on Review Tech USA's channel, that, you know, he stated that, you know, instead of getting fired, he should be suspended for like a couple weeks or something like that, or go a month without pay or something like that. My take on it is he shouldn't be punished at all, okay? When it comes to playing Fortnite with students online, there should be no penalties, okay? How I feel about it is, you know, hey, look, okay, treat the internet like you're out in the public, okay? So, when it comes to the penalties, I mean, you know, when you do something stupid online, you know, the consequences should be the same as if you know, did the same thing in person, okay? But Belsky's not doing stupid things, okay? What he's trying to do is he's trying to connect with the younger generation, okay? And you know what? Offering a deal to play Fortnite with kids, you know, especially knowing that that the game is very popular and kids love playing it. You know what? I think Brett Belsky did the right thing, okay? I think he's right when it comes to offering a deal to play Fortnite with his fellow students, okay? Especially if they do well in class, because that helps to get students motivated into doing well and being less likely to drop out of school, because at least from where I'm at, once you drop out of school, you can't come back. They don't let you back in once you leave. So you definitely want to continue your education. Well, I mean, if you're a college student, that's an exception. But when you're in a secondary school, though, once you drop out, you're finished. You can't go back. So I know that varies from that may be a state related thing, but at least from where I'm at, once you drop out, you're done. So, and this teacher here, he's trying to prevent students from dropping out, okay? And he's trying to help students enjoy school more and getting students motivated into getting good grades and learning things. So the teacher should not be fired. Okay, there should be no consequence for the teacher playing Fortnite. When it comes to social media guidelines, the only instances when a teacher should be punished when it comes to interacting with students outside of school is if a teacher is doing something stupid with students, such as like harassment and things like that. And in that case, yeah, I can understand why a teacher would get fired, okay? When it comes to doing sinister things online with students, okay? And some of you have said that that the students, or the child, I should say, the child should not have told the parents about the situation. I mean, you could say that, but believe it or not, parents have ways around it, okay? Nowadays, they have software that monitors what kids are doing online. So even if the kids don't tell the parents that, they're playing Fortnite with their teachers, parents have ways around it, okay? They will find out, especially with how advanced technology is these days when it comes to monitoring. You can't get away with it nowadays, okay? Because people will find out. Trust me, they will. So, but yeah, the school firing the teacher over this, that was a dumb move. And you know what? I think the school should be ashamed of itself for doing it. So, I mean, I've heard other stories about teachers getting fired over ridiculous things, like, getting fired over correcting students' spelling on social media. And again, the teacher's trying to help the students learn, okay? And same goes with this story here. He's trying to help the students learn. So there shouldn't have been any consequence. I know I sound like a broken record for saying this, but there should be no consequence for what this teacher just did. So anyways, if you enjoyed this discussion, make sure you leave a like. If you have thoughts about this, leave them in the comment section below, so that way I'll know how you feel about this situation. If you'd like to see more of my activities and you have not subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. If you want to read more about this, I'll give you a link to an article below, so that way you can check it out. Thank you for your watching. I hope that all of you have a good one.